Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, I love you too. Who's out texting you?
Nobody, baby. Don't worry about it.
Nobody. It says Tina. Who the fuck is Tina? Who the fuck is Tina?
Bitch, you know what? Get your shit and get out.
You know what? I love you, babe, but maybe we should take a break.
A break? Maybe you should kiss my ass.
Sound familiar?
Familiar.
In a relationship and this shit ain't working. It's time
time
for the truth. This is the voice of reason with Zoe Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has returned to Hot Button Radio. And like I keep telling y'all, topics to piss you off, to make you laugh, to enlighten, right? To stretch your perspective. Y'all got to get at me, okay? This is how you do it. You download the Dash Radio app. You can get it off your iPhone. You can get it out off of Google Plus, whatever, Android devices, whatever. Download the Dash Radio app. And then once you do that, in the talk radio section, you go to Hot Button Radio. And we're here 3 days a week from 5 to 7 p.m. Those 3 days are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And again, as is commonplace for the voice of reason, I like to just twist your brains and push you past the brink of what you thought was right with all of these tough topics, right? So today, before I get to the topic, because I'm just so excited about it, before I get to the topic, let me introduce the crack crew who's in the building right now. No Whitney Tabor today.
Team Tabor.
I don't know what she's doing, but we will investigate. We've got our resident moral compass, the Pope, sitting directly to my right. It's none other than Neecole Cockerham.
Hey now.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm chilling. And then to her right, our resident badass, quiet, sniper, right? Always little jabs and shit, like peeping her whole shit, right? One of them little quiet assassin types. Apple bottom extraordinaire. Did I say that? Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. Ashonti Ford is in the building with us right now. What up?
How we doing? I'm actually extremely excited about this topic.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. God damn. So, we've also got on the line with us right now, Berkeley, daughter, Cal Berkeley grad, daughter of a Panther, just super coach, Wonder Woman, all that shit rolled into one. All of these women are Renaissance women. That's why we're having this conversation today. Veronica Conway is on the line.
Hello, crew.
What up?
Veronica.
Are you ready?
Hello.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the shit that's about to go down right now?
For sure.
God damn. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason about to take off. Listen, get to your phone lines right now. 844-55-1, 844-55-1. We need to hear your opinions. We need to hear your thoughts about this. Ladies, I want to hear from you in particular. Talk to us about today's topic. Are you ready for it? Today's topic, Hoe-ti-vation. No, I didn't say motivation. I said Hoe-ti-vation. What is Hoe-ti-vation? Well, let me give you a quick definition. Hoe-ti-vation are today's young women being conditioned to follow mediocre/outdated models or possibilities of femininity. What does or should the new millennium's Renaissance woman look like? Definition of Hoe-ti-vation. 844-55-1. Definition. To do whatever it takes to acquire a certain level of comfort/personal security via the bartering of one's personal integrity. To compromise oneself as a means of assuring one is taken care of. God damn, Hoe-ti-vation. True prostitution is an act of selling one's authenticity for things and circumstances that are worth less than your authentic self. Now, the reason why I give you all of this context, are women being conditioned, the younger women, like my 15-year-old daughter who watches The Real Housewives of Atlanta, are they being indoctrinated into the Hoe-ti-vation philosophy? Money speaks louder than everything, it appears. Is that true? Somebody call me at 844-55-1. It's important that I hear from you on this. Like, for instance, you know what's going to happen, right, with Amber Rose. She's going to become a fucking author and a life coach, and thus an expert on relationships, right? That's the progression. I'm going to play the victimhood role. I was forced into ass clapping, and then I survived, and then I wrote this book on how to overcome pushing your ass cheeks together, and now I'm a symbol for feminism or whatever, right?
Not with two failed relationships on the roster.
But again, this is the progression, right? Corinne Steffens, would you take advice, relationship advice from Corinne Steffens?
If it was...
Let me set it up. Right? Would you take advice from Corinne Steffens? Would you take advice from, these type of women? And again, are they trying to present a mediocre model of femininity? And when I say they, I'm talking about the media, because in America, most people dumb, right? So we get educated by way of television, by way of, seeing people. We're emulators, right? So my question is a hoish lifestyle a generational blessing or a curse? Because for a lot of people, being a hoe now is a blessing. Look at Johnny Blaze, the stripper out of Houston, right? Fuck it, I'm going to try porn. That didn't work. I'm going to clap my ass and become famous for being an ass clapper. Right? No disrespect to the ass clappers that are putting themselves through school. I'm just saying, are you motivated? Right? Is this the new millennial woman? We're not talking about sexual freedoms. We're not talking about sexual expression and sexual independence. We're talking about using motherfuckers and selling your own personal integrity, the only currency you have, as a means to do it. Hoe-ti-vation. Are young girls being taught how to be hoe-ti-vated? What about Kim Kardashian? Is she not a symbol of hoe-ti-vation?
I'm so mad right now.
Let's make a porn vid. What is she famous for, right?
Her daddy.
You think it's her daddy? Or
I'm just kidding. That's the reason
the
why
nigga
she got
was
some
calling
sort of
daddy.
Notoriety. That's why she got some notoriety.
Damn.
I guess.
I'm just asking.
Can we just get into it already?
Already.
Jeez. I mean, no, not just yet.
He got to keep doing that shit. That's his shit.
Right.
What's my shit?
That's your shit. Are these horrible whack bitches the future? That's basically what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. And
Can we answer?
I really want to say this. Why is it that the polar opposite of that, the intelligent, the dignified, the integrous, right? The spiritual, the enlightened woman, why does she get less media time than the bald head blonde bitch with her vulva out on Instagram, who is now, I'm going to fight against slut shaming?
Okay, do not
Hoe-ti-vation.
do not directly look at me when you ask me that question, because I am the bitch that allowed media to happen for bitches like that, okay?
Damn.
Let me tell you something.
Jesus, somebody mad.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody pissed.
Because it's like, look, and I said it before and I'm going to say it again. When you are on a platform, you should fucking have something to say. And if you don't, you should sit the fuck down and shut up. The whole thing about this Hoe-ti-vation thing and this ass clapping and stuff, it's like this. as a society, we say please and thank you. Those moral values, they give us direction with our moral compass. And the thing about it is if we don't do that, then we're all a bunch of fucking animals. And at the end of the day, when you get old, you're going to have to go to a hospital. You're going to need somebody in there to take care of you. They're not going to ass clap their way into a surgery room, okay? And I'm just saying, I'm going to say this again. I do not follow motherfuckers that ain't leaders. You just ripped off like half of like the retarded generational gap between anybody that like has a degree and some sense. Because common sense is just a lost art form in that group, huh?
But I'm not blaming the hoes per se that they put out front. I'm blaming the people who say, let's back this.
Yeah.
So when I say hoivation, the hoivators, it's just like with hip hop. I'm not going to put out Public Enemy records no more. I'm going to put out these niggas killing each other on wax.
And you know why you going to do that? Because look, when you back those silly bitches, you stop a lot of intelligent conversation and things from happening. How important is it that Kim Kardashian remakes a picture of a stupid photo of her ass out as opposed to a motherfucker being hung? You throw out degenerate situations to stop the reality of what's going on in this country. It ain't nothing but a blindsider.
Ashonti, then Veronica Conway, Hoe-ti-vation.
First, all hail Queen Cockerham.
Queen Cockerham.
I puts it down like a dog.
She
I
does.
got what you need.
This is a thing, though. Can we speak to the opposite side of that? Because we're talking about motivators of this quote-unquote Hoe-ti-vation. And if I may just quickly share a story. About a year ago, I was on the third interview for NBC for an on-air reporter position. And
Sexy beast.
at the end of the interview, the assignment editor and the director stepped out, and the assignment editor pretty much said that I would need to sleep with him in order to gain the position.
Like that.
So we have to, in so many words. So we have to also put a little bit of responsibility on the people that are higher up, because it's them that are really giving the support to the Hoe-ti-vation.
But yes, the infrastructure breeds Hoe-ti-vation. But I wouldn't say it breeds Hoe-ti-vation. I say it breeds an opportunity to exercise your will, because it's still a choice.
Yeah, but women wouldn't be putting themselves out there as much if they weren't getting shit from it. They're putting themselves out there because they're getting back from doing that.
I don't necessarily know that, because you know what? I sometimes I tend to think.
Did you forget I said I was going to bring Veronica in?
Veronica Conway is that's my girl. Like, hold up, swole up, slow down, show down. You know what it is. But my thing is listen. There's a dude that's going to approach you that way because he feels like something you're giving. I don't give off that vibe.
True. That's not true. That's not true.
It could be a bit of a vibe.
People say that often, and that's not true. Because I look good, I'm giving off a vibe that you can have sex with me. It might not be that you look good, but it might be like, you know what I'm saying, the cleavage with a tight skirt. I don't have titties.
You know what? You're right about that.
Yes, you do.
This is
they say more than a mouthful is like.
I was professional. I went in there dressed appropriately. I wasn't giving off sexual.
I mean, I'm not saying that you were, but I'm going to advocate for that infrastructure that basically, relegated you to that type of bullshit. I mean,
so Veronica, let's get Veronica in. Jesus, these excited motherfuckers in here.
It's terrible, because I feel bad. I feel real bad.
No, it's quite provocative. It's a capitalist society, and I'm going to say it's a hyper-capitalist society, and it's becoming more capitalist every day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So in an uber-capitalist society, hyper-capitalism replaces community, and so in an uber-capitalist society, isn't prostitution of some sort kind of the norm? And so if women are going to enter the marketplace, and literally
the marketplace,
like
damn,
buy and sell, it's like she's got a couple of lanes she can exist in, right? She can go into the Hoe-ti-vation lane, which seems easy, or she can, do the educational path or the homemaker path, but if she's in the marketplace, and she's dealing with it for her survival, she's going to have to choose a lane. And yes, in the marketplace, the lane of the hoe gets glorified and amplified, just like they did the same thing in hip hop.
Wow.
You know what? You know what I say? You know what I say to that, Zoe?
As you speak with a banana in your hand. Go ahead,
I'll
Cockerham.
put a banana in your tailpipe.
What?
Wow.
Whoa. Shit. Okay.
My bad. I was just.
Yes, cut her mic just for the offensiveness of that shit altogether. Thank you.
No, that was really a joke. But
I do mean it. But go ahead.
Listen. I'm serious. I want to just like really call some people out right now.
Speak on it, pimp.
You got that whole like you know Kim Kardashian is a household name, right?
Yes, she is.
And is it a household name because of like her faults, her bleeps, her blunders? You know, because it's like she's not really winning when it comes to.
She's not really winning.
She's not really winning when it comes to
winning.
like trying to be an archetype for anything good.
But the powers that be are making her an archetype.
And I understand what you're saying, but you know what? You know what? There's a name that'll roll off your tongue that you won't give no credence to, like Kim Bordnave. You know that name?
No, say more about her.
Kim Bordnave. Y'all got that? Somebody in Compton.
Just come on.
Kim Bordnave is the very first black model for fucking Gap. And it's interesting because that's not a segue. That's clearing a road and a path where there was none. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, what's Hollywood's role / culpability in teaching women to barter their integrity in exchange for financial security / fame or fortune? 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. Guess who's on the line right now? It's kind of crazy. I'm coming to Veronica because I know Veronica got some hot monkey grease for me. But somebody just called in right now. Whitney Tabor, Team Tabor just called in. Let's get her in here real quick.
What's that?
What's up, Whitney?
Dame Tabor.
Are you listening? Can you hear what we talking about?
Man, you already know. I told you don't do something fire when I'm not on. I mean, obviously every show is fire, but man, you already know I'm sitting here trying to drive and talk on the phone and listen. Like, I'm going crazy right now. Hoes, I feel like, are my specialty. And I'm fascinated by hoes. So, yeah, man, I have to talk about it.
All right.
The one thing I just want to say, and I'll let everybody get back in, is I feel like most of these girls who are coming up as hoes have nothing to come from. Like, this is literally the only path that they have. So good for them for actually, if they can make it clap and now they can feed their kids, good for you. And then if they can make it clap or make a sex tape and then turn it into something positive, like the Kim K's and whatnot, she's not even looked at as a hoe anymore. She's like a
she is.
icon.
Yeah, no, we still look at her as a hoe now.
Not the younger generation.
And make no mistake about it, she's famous for nothing.
Wow.
Because the tape wasn't even that good. She can't even fuck, so keep it real.
But the young kids, which are the ones that are spending money, think of her as fame. They don't care. They don't even know about that sex tape.
Wow.
Kim K is getting money. Technically,
Kim K is getting money, but all money ain't good money. And you know what? I think it's up to folks who, you know, they take control over their children's lives, and they kind of they're a part of that human factor in what's good and what's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like we sit here and we talking about this, but you know, fuck Kim K. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask this to Veronica.
Pretty much.
Veronica, are the current lot of female media personalities, whether it be television, radio, and or otherwise, suitable to lead / model the next generation of women? 844-55-1. Speak on it.
I can hardly think of any. I mean, you know, you look at
you wouldn't want your daughter to follow Beyonce?
Beyonce is one and only.
Of say Real Housewives as an institution, and Basketball Wives as an institution, and a lot of women look to those models to get their cues, like reality television, to get their cues about how to behave. So, and we never forget that television is by definition a hypnosis machine. So everything that you perceive when you sit down in front of a television, it goes into an unfiltered mind. In other words, trance means that your mind isn't filtering out anything. It's indiscriminate. It's just taking in everything. So women are being subconsciously programmed that that's how women are. They're argumentative, they're crazy, they're bitter, there's no community among them, and they're promoting that as a cultural identity.
But ask yourself,
I don't think there's many models. I think it's being saturated with these other models.
Wow.
Are we really going to keep calling them models? Like, I'm serious. Like, stop doing that. That shit is an insult.
Wow. Wow.
Like, seriously, like, I modeled for Benetton, Dockers, fucking Gap, Banana Republic, like, been in Vogue magazine. Like, please stop calling these hoes models because they're in fucking magazines. It's just rude.
And this is a great question from Ashonti Ford. Are hoes winning? Simply put, is the hoish lifestyle, is the gold digging lifestyle, right? Are these true hoe-ti-vators? Are they hoe-ti-vating the youth to get that bread at all cost? Because at the end of the day, isn't integrity intangible? Like, it's not some shit you can say, well, I got $4 billion worth of integrity in my closet, right? I can get over feeling bad about sucking a dick for bread, for rent, for whatever, right? Is that what we're saying? 844-55-1. Ladies, I need to hear from y'all. Are you modeling yourself after Nene Leakes? Would you take advice from Nene Leakes? I'm rich, motherfucker. Bitch, I am rich. I got money, bitch.
I don't take advice from nobody that's been on a fucking stripper pole.
Why not? What if it was a stripper?
Because my daddy's goal was to keep me off the pole.
That's a good daddy. What if it was a stripper?
That's a good line.
Right? What if it was a stripper who consciously chose, like, I got to do this because I know men are weak and they pussies for pussy. And I got to get through Cal Berkeley.
That's true. That happens. That's
so what if it's
shit.
that? Can we call her a hoe-ti-vator? I wouldn't.
I don't think she's a hoe-ti-vator. She's just trying to get her money. And maybe that's her only resource.
I believe that people with real, true standards do not subject them to bullshit to just basically come up. Like, it just, like, real bitches do real things. That's what I want to say.
Wait a minute.
She has standards. Maybe she just doesn't know her worth.
Wait a minute. In today's terms,
how much is it?
In today's terms / understanding, can a boss bitch be an excellent wife, mother, helpmate, and role model to other women at the same time? Now, my question is, who the fuck is that today?
Who is that boss bitch?
844-55-1. Holla at me. Somebody speak on it.
Michelle Obama.
Right. Michelle Obama.
I love it. How come she don't get as much burn in the media? Why she get called a monkey?
Because let me tell you why.
Ouch.
Because people fear what they know that they are not more supreme than. You are talking about a black woman at the top of her game.
Not a brown one. Not light-skinned either.
There you go with your shit.
Skinned.
She's like a real black woman.
Not only is she the first lady,
that was
racist. Against yourself, lady.
I'm just saying, light-skinned black women are real black women too. I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
No, that's not why she's a real black woman. She's a real black woman because she doesn't have the weaves and the et ceteras and the et cetera.
You know what? It goes so much further than that. It really does. It touches on those standards, those moral values. She's the first lady. I think you should be beheaded if you disrespect her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's highly educated. How come she doesn't get as much, burn in the media as, the trollops? Because you get ghetto motherfuckers together and that's what they want to do, some ghetto shit. But once again, that's just another way to deter you from the real things that are happening in this society, in this country.
She doesn't get media coverage because she's not entertaining.
Has reality TV contaminated the evolution of the good girl? What's your definition of a good girl today? We've already talked about the death of modesty. You know, bathroom ass shots, you know, dominate Instagram, right? Is Hoe-ti-vation the new way to financial security? 844-55-1. We've got callers on the line. Black Jesus from Detroit is in the building. Line 4, holler at us.
What up, Black Jesus?
What up, though? You know you my nigga, right?
Righteous.
Man, I got to call you and fuck with you whenever I see your tweets and you tell me you online. I'm like, oh man, I got to listen to this nigga. This Cash Out 1987 from Detroit. That nigga be talking all that bullshit.
Word.
Yeah, man. I agree with y'all. With what y'all saying is the media is basically destroying black women. You got black women idolizing bitches like Nicki Minaj, and basically they idolizing hoish figures. They think that you know I'm gonna use your words though. I'm not gonna say that there's nothing wrong with taco tasting.
A little taco
tasting. Taco tasting. I'm gonna say that taco tasting is it's a very enjoying activity to watch women taste each other's tacos. But I'm also going to say that on the flip side of it, if you are going to hang out on that side of the game, then I don't think that raising children, being on TV shows like Empire, pussy motherfuckers like Don Lemon, I don't think them motherfuckers need to be out there talking to the masses and contaminating their mind with being soft and doing things for nigga bitches who don't deserve it. I think if a bitch out of line and she going off on the nigga telling them what kind of a bitch he is, he should be able to slap the shit out that hoe and she should get stoked out in the motherfucking street.
You said Detroit,
okay, this
right?
is Detroit. Yeah, this is Detroit. Good looking, Black Jesus. I appreciate it. Detroit's letting you know, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you, man.
Detroit let you know. This Cash Out 1987. And we don't fuck with truffle butter, but we'll take some raw eggs and crack them open to fuck you in the ass down here.
Damn! Oh shit!
Disgusting.
Good looking on the call. Good looking on the call, man. I appreciate it. We'll holler at you in a little bit.
All right, so,
Ashonti.
All right, so you my nigga, and fuck them Jews. Niggas
Detroit, what?
Wow.
I feel like the government gonna be after you after
listen,
Detroit
I got a lot of Jewish friends now.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, they the homies. Let's stop fucking with the Jews right now.
The Jews got the check.
I ain't got no check. Shit. Ain't no check.
I ain't got a check either. Right?
Shout out to Judy Rich.
Ashanti had a point.
So if we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything, right? But I think as adults, we kind of have to indulge in this new time. We're in a time where my younger sisters and siblings equate their value to how many likes they get on Instagram pictures.
Hoe-ti-vation.
It's just a different time.
I indulged in cocaine in the 90s, but that didn't make it right.
Whitney Tabor. Whitney, I need to hear from. Whitney's gone? She's gone.
Oh.
Damn, Whit. Fuck. Call us back. Hold on.
My bad, dog. You know what I'm saying? I like the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying?
You just a fucking jumping bean.
You know why? Because I really dislike hoes.
There it is. Damn. Is the attitudinal, independent boss bitch and angry woman syndrome a media-contrived myth? Or are they conditioning our women to be this way because of feminism's distaste for men? You know, radical feminism, just like radical Islam, have beliefs that are detrimental to family building. You know, you're going to fuck up your family if you ask somebody to get on a bus and blow it up, right? You're also going to fuck up your belief or your family if one of your beliefs are men are disposable. The disposable man is a radical feminist belief. Is this boss bitch, this attitude, fuck you nigga, I can do this shit on my own, a type of abortion?
What?
844-55-1. Huh? What'd you say?
The other side of that, if women were going to be really, I'm not going to say feminist, but feminine, they would be in total love and connection and sister
Where'd she go?
Did we lose Veronica?
Veronica, where you at? Boothang got booted off. You know these phones. Hey, get her back and we'll get it cracking. Listen, we got to take a quick break. Today's topic, Hoe-ti-vation. Are you selling yourself? And I mean, when I say yourself, I mean your personal integrity. Are you compromising yourself? Not compromising to make the relationship work, but compromising yourself for security. Ugh. Are you a relationship banker?
What?
A relationship investment banker. You're investing in a situation just to get something, and what you're investing is your integrity.
Is that your return?
You're a prostitute.
Then we all are prostitutes.
Fuck. 844-55-1. We'll be back in 2.2. Hoe-ti-vation. Yup. Up in here talking big shit about life. I mean, I keep telling you, I'm not afraid of these conversations. I mean, I think it's important that we have them, especially, I mean, you know, I fucking hate pretense, right? And everybody wants to, well, we got to say it. It's got to be PC. It's got to be politically correct. It's got to be this. Fuck that, right? My thing is sometimes kids learn better from the person that is giving them the instruction if that person is authentic. Kids pick up bullshit like a bullshit Geiger counter. So they know, like, oh, you bullshitting. You're not even really willing to tell me the truth about life, about what's happening. Fuck y'all. That's why I'm going to go out and hang with my friends, because at least my friends is on some real shit. We on some real shit. We do real things, and we're accountable to each other. I go home, it's like my parents are mannequins. So, you feel me? I want to have a conversation that's real. Today's show is called Hoe-ti-vation. This is, I came up with the word based off, it's a play on words based off of motivation, right? I'm motivated to do whatever it takes, even if it means selling my integrity, what I stand for. And you know, it's really fucking easy for kids to stand for nothing today because ain't nothing out there for them to stand for.
Except
right?
a pair of purple skinny jeans.
But the reverse of that is no one has been taught to go inside and find something to stand for. Ashonti, speak on it.
I have a question. Does our judgment on hoes reflect our closed-mindedness to sexual freedom?
Hell no.
But see, that's another topic. I understand the question, but what I'm talking about is sacrificing, and this is not a sexual thing. This could be an ideological thing. This could be something I believe in personally, but not right now because I got to get my rent paid. Right. That's a hoe. That's a prostitute. When you, like, if there's an inner core, an inner truth that you can pawn, I'm going to come back and buy this shit back. Do you understand you can't pawn an inner truth, an inner belief, especially if it's in alignment with your spirit.
I think
Veronica?
Conway.
Yeah. You know, compromise is a really deep piece, and I think that we really underestimate the deadening effect of compromise. And so what you're speaking to is a deep form of compromise, and it's really based in fear, because what it's really saying is, I'm so afraid about my survival, and I'm so afraid that I can't make it, that I better sell my soul to have security. Right? And so if you go way back into sort of spiritual rebirth and spiritual death, you know, I've actually gone back and experienced that moment when the soul, how do I explain it? Where the soul gets ripped from itself. And we come here very innocent, and then we move over. There's something that happens where we become so terrified that we step into compromise, and we step into a posture, it happens very young, where because we're dependent on our environment, we go into fear because we're dependent on our environment. And that ripping of the soul from oneself is actually what leads to compromise.
Wow.
And so out of the compromise comes this deadening factor. Yeah.
Ashonti wants to speak on that, and then Cockerham is going to come back, and then we're going to hit our callers. 844-55-1. We want to hear from women. We want to know your story. We want to understand what self-compromise means in relationships. And are you prostituting yourself? Are you with a man that you know doesn't connect with your soul, but you're there because he brings home the bacon? You know you're safe and certain with him, and you maybe you're cheating. Maybe you stepped out on his ass, huh? I'm just asking. Hoe-ti-vation. Speak on it, Veronica. Then Ashonti.
Well,
oh, sorry. It was Ashonti. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. It was Ashonti first.
It was.
Go ahead, Ashonti.
Who are we to judge that mind frame, though? Who are we to judge that person? What's so wrong with being willing to do what you got to do to pay your bills? I guess I'm missing that. Aren't we all prostitutes to society at some point? None of us really want to go to work. Some of us choose to because we want to walk this path. Others don't.
Here's
to judge that?
That's a great question. Here's a Hoe-ti-vation creed. Really quickly. Here's a Hoe-ti-vation creed. No Rolex, no sex. Right? Me no study. Me no care. Me go marry a millionaire. If he die, me no cry. Me go marry another guy. That's an empty vessel being filled with nothing.
So what, though?
Cockerham?
I mean, I just come from something. So for me, emptiness is just that, and I think a lot of what's transpiring is we're losing a lot of our voices. Maya Angelou, like relevant voices. And so when those voices are gone, you start to get the rhetoric of a lot of lost people running around trying to figure out what to do. And the thing about that for me is I'm from I'm old school, for real.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect myself. That's important to me. Mm-hmm. And so I think what's happening is a lot of these women, they have to figure out what's important to them. But my thing is...
this is big. Does self-respect get in the way of self-prostitution, i.e. Hoe-ti-vation? Speak
absolutely.
on it.
Absolutely. The thing about it is you can only clap your booty cheeks for so long.
Before them motherfuckers get tired. Shit.
No, not just tired. Just
my booty cheeks tired.
Just old. I think for me, I always knew that I needed to have something internally.
Old booty cheeks clapping is like empty leather water bags. It just
stupid.
shit.
You stupid.
Sheepskins.
Like I was saying, I felt like it was important to have something internally to give because this outer thing is just a vessel. You know what I'm saying? All these looks go fade. Your eye might fall out one day. Your blue shit's on the floor. Whatever. It's just a hard look. So,
well, at least I'm on a $7,000 couch. This ass paid for it. You know how motherfuckers bottom line shit? What about this? True or false? Okay, ask your question. Wait, hold on one second. Veronica. I'm going to come to you.
So what do we think about Vanessa Williams? Because didn't she do Playboy? Does that mean that she's a hoe? She did Playboy first.
That doesn't mean she's a hoe.
Hoes gotta grow.
No. I don't think that means
she
she's
wasn't
a
hoe.
hoe.
So isn't Playboy on the same level as being a stripper?
Playboy was classy back in the day.
Oh, so we're talking about a timeline.
A timeline changes things. Shit that has been classy is now super trashy.
Veronica, come in. Because Veronica, we can't see you. I know you're itching. So come on in, Veronica.
So there's two things. Vanessa Williams is not a hoe because we're talking about, do you sell your soul to a man?
Wow.
Right, for security and for safety. And I want to speak to the earlier question about what's wrong with it, or are we judging it? I'm going to give you an example of what happened in the alternative.
Ooh, speak on it.
When I was 20-something, I dated a guy who's worth today probably $1 billion roughly.
Where he?
Maybe about $1 billion.
Cut Ashonti's mic right now. No Hoe-ti-vation on this show, goddammit. Go ahead.
And I traveled the world with his family. I got to see a lot of amazing things. We were in love for a period of time. And then I realized that to stay with him would be a really deep form of compromise. And so I walked away from that relationship. Now, people thought I was crazy. But I will tell you that something inside of me activated the moment that I honored my truth as opposed to the money. And believe me, that's no small amount of money.
Right.
Because there's
something that changed in me, that activated in me just in the act of having my own self-worth, my own value, my own integrity be worth more.
Because there's no substitute. There's no substitute for happiness. You know.
So this is big. There's no substitute for happiness. So happiness
is everything.
Listen to this though. Happiness must be differentiated from security. Because too many women think security is the conduit to happiness. Can we go delve deeper into differentiating happiness versus security? Starting with Cockerham, then Ashonti, then Veronica.
The happiness versus security thing, it's like the rich housewife that kills herself. Oh my God, why'd she do it? She had everything. Because money isn't everything. And that's generally the translation of security. You got some people that's like, I would rather be broke and happy than, rich and miserable.
But you got other people like, nigga, you bullshitting with that one. Fuck that.
Hey, you know what? A lot of people say things.
You on that bullshit right there now. Shit.
It's just their mouth moving.
Money coming now.
But I really do think that the time has really placated a lot of what is taking place, because we didn't even have access not just to media, but to our own personal images and this openness just 30 years ago.
But this is why money, look, prosperity teaching. 85% of the churches is filled with sisters. They're in there praying for security. This is why prosperity teachings has blown up in the church. They praying for the good man, and they praying for money, and they praying for security, and they scared they ain't gonna ever get it. Authenticity, again, integrity, that's some intangible shit I can't store somewhere.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Let me ask this question. True or false? Is the act of baby trapping a form of hoe-ti-vation? Is this a hoe-ti-vation tactic? 844-55-1. Ashonti?
Can I just speak on the happiness?
Yeah.
Happiness to me is internal. Money is external, which is why we have a lot of sad, lonely housewives. Rich women with beautiful homes and rich kids, and they're sad.
Wow. And this is good shit.
The famous words of Maya Angelou, people won't remember what you had and stuff, but they'll remember what you did and what you made them feel.
How you made them feel. So, but hoes justify prostitutes. And guess what, guys? This is where guys can be hoes. Because guys sell themselves and what they believe in too. Guys sell their integrity. See, I disagree with a man being a physical hoe with his dick, because we wrote the social narrative. This is a patriarchy. We can fuck whoever we want and get praised for it because we wrote that narrative.
Good luck.
We said, y'all look fucked up doing that because this is a patriarchy. We wrote the narrative of that. That's the physical fucking. But the ideological prostitution is not gender specific. You understand? It's not gender specific. So with that said, first off, we need to take a quick break. And then I'm going to come back and get to Veronica and ask a couple more questions. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back in 2.2. My son is calling. Hoe-ti-vation. Who hoe-ti-vates you? You know how many motherfuckers was hoe-ti-vated by Corinne Steffens? You can become relevant. That's everybody's new word now. I'm relevant.
No, you're not.
Right? You can become relevant. But just remember, Hollywood, America. Anybody can write a motherfucking book. Once you write a book, right, you're an expert. That's just the default. You wrote a book? Oh, shit, you're an expert. What was your book on? Sucking dick and coming up.
Literally.
And I want to come, and this is what she said. I want, cut their mics. There's too much banter. I want, right? Right? She was like, I want to teach women to get something. If you out here sucking dick for free, I mean, I've heard her say this verbatim. You out here sucking and fucking for free, you should get something. How many, and I'm not just trying to pick on her. I'm going to go back to some mothers out there. I was just talking to a sister just a couple of days ago. It was coaching, doing a coaching session. And she was like, my mother taught me to get all you can from a nigga and then bounce, because most niggas ain't shit anyway. Just hold on. See, you can't. Hold on. Hold on. That's what. Fucking Neecole is so jacked right now. That's what these topics are designed to do. But her mother taught her that shit. And I'm saying, is that a style of Hoe-ti-vation? Get what the fuck you can, play the game, and get the fuck out, because niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't gonna be shit, so why should you invest? Right? Just, it's prostitution. Isn't desiring to marry up. Because when we talk about marrying up, it has nothing to do with spirituality. Right? In America, our relationships are technically devoid of spirituality. They're all business contracts for the most part. When you start getting into the real deep philosophical aspects of relationship, most motherfuckers are lost. Am I bullshitting, Veronica?
Yep.
No, it's true.
It's fucking true. Go ahead, Veronica, and then we'll hear from the fucking resident Pope.
When you walk away from $1 billion and you see the power that you hold internally from doing that, it changes the game, and there's nothing that can ever tempt you, right? In terms of marrying up or marrying whatever, right? It just changes the whole game. But it is true. See, the thing is, when you talk about women where it's like, I'm just going to get what I can because men ain't shit, I think their standards are too low. You know, there used to be a thing called a courtesan. A courtesan, right?
Uh-oh.
Veronica, I love you today. I really love you today.
I love you too, honey. A courtesan is a woman who keeps the company of men of power, men that are running the world, masters of the universe. And she is his confidant. She is his lover. She is his partner. She is his, she helps him stay grounded in his affairs so that he can go out in the world and create. And we've lost the art of that, like the courtesan, the woman that is actually a spiritual partner with a man that's running the world. And so we know the trick-ass shit that doesn't really mean anything in the scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's big.
Now, you know what, Zoe? From the bottom of my heart, I just want to say the baddest bitch is the bitch that ain't giving up nothing and just getting what she wants. I don't believe that's usury, because I believe that that they're working on a different precipice as opposed to the pussy.
But that's some pimp shit. That's the reverse but that's what that is. That's the reverse of the pimp. The pimp say, I'm never gonna fuck my hoes.
Let me tell you something. The reason that's
48 laws of pimpology,
but
pimp
they
and
do.
kin.
They do though. My thing is this. The reason why that's the type of exchange that
just like the pimp preys on the weak woman,
no.
The woman or the thought or whatever you want to call her, the Hoe-ti-vator is working on the beta male. Speak on it.
But you said beta, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about alpha, like real men. And the thing about that is those guys, they're not taking those chicks home. They're leaving them right where they see them, right where they do them, the whole kit and caboodle. You know what I mean?
Boodle.
And it's not necessarily like this reverse pimpery shit that you know.
Ashanti, speak on it.
I'm sorry, I just don't see anything wrong with that. I don't. And I'm a woman that
You don't see anything wrong with what?
I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman allowing a man to invest in her. It's not like he's doing it unwillingly. And I'm coming from a place, I take care of all my own shit. I have background. I have morals. If a man chooses to invest in me and I allow him to, fuck it. What's so wrong with that?
So let me do this, and then we got callers, because the lines are crazy right now. Let me do this right now. Sinister Mephisto, the pussy is nothing. She isn't giving up anything. Wow. At Christopher Randolph, reality TV is reinforcing the principles taught by mother and auntie. Fuck. Woof. At Bestie, be thy name. The illusion of being self-made by kissing the enemy's ass is an issue with ladies these days. Wow. At One Mad Investor, you're only hoish, in my opinion, if you go against your personal truth for financial security. I mean, motherfuckers is out here speaking on it. Listen, if you want to speak on it, you want me to read your shit, the phone lines is bananas right now. I'm getting to everybody on the line. If you want to speak your truth and you want me to hear it, you want me to read it, follow me at Zoe Williams right now. Follow me at Zoe Williams right now on Twitter and tweet me your response to all of these questions that we're asking right now. This shit is crazy. This shit is bananas. Oh, I have a question right now that I really need y'all to deal with. Is the bad bitch / ratchet / Miss Independent the Orient, you understand this now, is she the equivalent to the Orient's Geisha girl, minus the intellect and the culture? No. Because at least the Geisha girl from the Orient is well studied in everything. A Geisha girl is a Chinese hoe. But guess what?
What?
Just listen to me. Learn something. Cut them mics, goddammit. This crosstalk is killing me now. Hey, we got San Antonio, we got Atlanta. Now listen. The Geisha girl over there is the Asian dude's hoe. But she's cultured. She knows about shit he know about. That's part of her job. Like, if that motherfucker want to talk about finance, the Geisha girl knows about finance. If that motherfucker want to talk about Rembrandt and art and Voltaire, she know about that. My point is, the Geisha girl's equivalent in America is dumb. All she got is her pussy. Okay. Am I bullshitting? Hey, keep those mics off. Don't play with me right now. I'm gonna let you in. Listen, I'm playing reindeer games right now. Let them in. Let's hear it.
The Geisha girl is a historic, mythical woman almost. They got those bitches in like cattles behind glass, snatching them up, and they about dumb as bricks too.
No, they're not.
They're doing the same thing these streetwalkers is doing, which is selling pussy. They are not selling knowledge.
I thought she was going to say something smart. She didn't say anything. Cut her off. Thank you. Veronica, can you verify the point I was making here, please?
No, they're very studied. They're very studied, and I.
Oh, we lost her again?
Damn.
You're talking about the same bitches that bind their feet, right?
Yes. We got a lot of callers. Let's go right now. LB, Connecticut, you're on the line. Holler at me.
That's new.
Line 5.
Point I want to make is let's stop glorifying these hoes. Second point that I want to make is you are what you attract. Okay, so if you was up here complaining about men and the type of men you get and all that shit, you are what you attract. So you should take a look at yourself in the mirror before you start to talk about the kind of men that are in and out of your life.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Now he said it.
What's his name? I like that.
Hey.
Shit.
Because I don't have men
I like that too,
and
LB.
out of my life. Hi, LB.
Thank you.
Wow, that was good shit. Thanks, LB. We got to keep moving. Mike from D.C., you're on the line. Holler at me, man. Line number 4. Mike.
Yeah, Mike?
Hello, I'm here. Hello?
Yeah, man. Holla at me.
Oh, what's up? What's up, lady?
What's happening, man?
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hey, tell me, I'm going to make this quick. Tell me if you agree with this. I think the way that we can empower women, I think we need to switch up the mentorship. When I mean switch up the mentorship is, I think young boys should get their advice about women from their mothers, and I think young women should get advice about men from their dads.
Ooh,
I'm talking about like strong alpha males, like, cause a dad will tell you how men get down, and he will teach women about masculine energy. Your dad will probably teach a woman how to really keep a man in an authentic. Authentic space.
That's good shit.
I just think we should just
That's good shit. Because you know what I do with my son? I say, man, any woman you fucking with, run them by your mama and your sister. Mm-hmm. If they get past the sniff test with them, she cool. Because I can't tell you all the subtleties. I can just tell you based off my experience with women, and I might be jaded. You know, but
you are so one-sided. What do you tell your daughter?
But again, she come to me and I tell her the truth about men. Listen, honey, don't fuck with a dude based off of his talent, right? Don't think a nigga, because a nigga talented, that he got character. Don't confuse talent with character. And don't confuse characteristics with character either. And I tell my daughter, we master liars through our behavior, right? I'm going to behave the way you believe so I can get that pussy. I tell my daughter the truth. So, again,
can I say one more thing?
Wait, let me just finish that. Let me wrap that. This dude just spoke on something to me that's real than a motherfucker. Switching up the roles, having mamas holler at sons about the truth about women. Because I'm going to tell you something about women that pisses me off, that keeps this cabal of Hoe-ti-vation going. You motherfuckers,
grab your popcorn.
To me, tell the ultimate truth to your own gender. Say I'm lying.
No, we do.
Y'all motherfuckers don't tell the men you fuck with the ultimate truth.
That's bullshit.
Let me in most cases.
That's bullshit.
Listen, there are no absolutes, because that part of the conversation, we got to be evolved enough to get past saying, well, not all women. Well, goddamn it, we know not all women. But there are a lot of women out there who fucking perpetuate a lie to their men. Image-wise, internally. How many women out there have never really let their husband know how they really feel about his ass? Mm-hmm. So don't come at me with this bullshit like y'all all motherfucking beacons of light, of truth. That's some bullshit.
No, you know what? It's not that. It's not about a beacon of life and trying to be all of this or that. But what I'm trying to say is, well, what the fuck are we here for? Have them meet me on my level.
Okay, cut her mic off. This nigga right here is out of control.
No, but
this nigga right here done left the building. Ashanti, you better. This nigga still here.
Wait, one thing. No.
Nigga, when you gonna leave, nigga? Shit.
Look.
Go ahead, speak
one more point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna say you right though. The reason why I say it because a real man will give his daughter the heads up, because in this generation, women don't understand men until they start dating them. So that's why they be confused.
Wow. Good shit. Appreciate the call. Thank you. We got to keep moving. Samir, New Jersey, line 6. Holla at me.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's happening, man? You got to make it quick, brother. These lines is full lines right now.
Okay. All right, listen. First of all, let me say that what that gentleman said was right, and it can be wrong at the same time. Because a lot of times I got a lot of aunts, and I got my mother. And what my aunts tend to do, they give advice based on how they want to be treated. So they can basically give advice about women kind of one-sided. So it depends on when you get advice from moms and your aunts. So
good shit.
They can steer you down the wrong path.
Good shit. But appreciate it. And
I want.
Go ahead.
So another thing I want to say is, I think it's kind of like a double standard, because I got female friends who are, you can say, they get what they want from me. And I got a lot of friends that get upset with me because they feel like I defend them. I'm not defending them. I mean, if they can meet, you want to call them an alpha male or a simp or whatever, and they fulfill their needs monetarily, I'm like, go ahead and get your money. Like, I mean, I respect it.
Good
so
shit.
I think a lot of men need to get off this whole self-righteous shit when it comes to women going for theirs.
Right, and stop being a motherfucking John. I appreciate it. Thank you for the call, man. Let me keep going. I got to get these lines clear so we can get our people in here. Sherman, South Carolina, line 1, you're on. Speak on it.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I mean, I'm glad you guys are having this conversation. This is right up my alley. I would say this, that I met a woman who was married, who's completely unhappy, and it's like she was a hoism because she couldn't do anything for her husband. But he paid all the bills, he took care of her, blah, 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 blah. But the point I'm making is I think men should be more honest with women and tell women, I don't need just your pussy. I need somebody to connect with me intellectually, spiritually, and to actually build a relationship with. I don't need just your pussy.
Right.
I think I need more. I need more than that.
Right. The fucking Geisha girl, the Geisha girl, the closest thing we got to a Geisha girl today is who is Russell Simmons' first wife, Baby Fat, Kimora Lee. Because at least that motherfucker got the game and became a brand and
she be
built
branding all them babies.
But she built businesses. She you know.
But she got 3 kids by 3 different baby fathers.
And 3 different child support checks coming in too. This motherfucker done turned herself into a conglomerate, goddammit. Shit.
You still on these Geisha girls. I don't think any chick that binds her feet is smart. I'm sorry.
Okay, now you're disrespecting somebody's culture. Go sit your ass in the silver chair over there. Cut her mic off again. Gumby from Texas, speak on it, motherfucker. Line 3, Gumby from Texas.
Gumby.
Hello?
What up, man? Speak on it. Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, first off, we need to start talking in our culture, in our context, and if we ain't got a culture or context, let's just make one up. First of all, bitches are girls. Hoes are just going to be hoes, and we kind of need them out here, so we can get our little bust off ski. But, y'all been talking for the, past couple weeks, talking about women getting, different types of men and stuff, having, different types of love with men. Y'all really can't love different men at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I think women will disagree with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all can disagree, but your love is more strong when it's focused on one person. You can't tell me that.
Wow.
You're always going to feel alone when you're at home. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need somebody.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
I love how
Gumby from Texas. I appreciate your call, man. We got to move. These lines are just filling up like crazy. We got to get everybody in, man. Thanks for reaching out. Good information. Let's do this. Heka activated and Veronica are on the line.
Yes.
Heka, come in here and speak on this hoivation that we talking about. Selling oneself for security. And when I say you sell yourself, I'm talking about the only thing you got that's worth anything. The only real currency is your integrity. Speak on that, please.
Hi, y'all. Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, Heka.
We good, boo thing. Shit.
Yeah, great. What I'm
great,
hearing
nigga.
here is a conversation about broken women who have been used and abused and abandoned and forced to do things on their own, so to speak. And now we have people that demonize them for striving and protecting themselves. There's a whole lot of blame placing because of the way they decided to make a living. I
was about to say to make a lemon. Shit.
A living. I think women are the only humans on this planet that are criticized for surviving. I will not put my mouth on any of those women and how they choose to live their lives, because at the end of the day, if you've ever in life had to sit alone and figure out how you were going to feed your children, there are many of suggestions that came to the forefront of your mind, and you almost made the decision to pursue them all. Thank you.
But let's come back. We're demonizing the critique. Let's not demonize the critique. We get to critique and it not automatically be negative.
Right.
We're saying, does integrity from an internal space mean something in terms of worth? It's quick for somebody to say I'm priceless, right? And most niggas, you can't buy me, I'm priceless. But I'm saying on a personal level, when you meet that moment where you put a price on your integrity and you pawn it, how do you sleep? How do you reconcile? How do you deal? And I'm saying when you create a culture that's devoid of the critical process, where you think about it and you say, damn, I sold a piece of myself for a sandwich, for a bed. Hold on, for a night's rest, right? I did that. How do you reconcile? Because to me, those are soul injuries that also need to be healed. It's not some shit you can sweep under the rug and then go jump into a relationship and act as if that shit didn't happen. And this isn't a negative critique. And I'm saying, sisters, think deeper on the questions that I'm posing. These are not questions to say, you a fucked up bitch, something wrong with you. This is me saying, how do you evaluate that process after having gone through it? Speak on it.
I think what we have to do is lift each other up. Real quick, I just came back from school in New York and I was in LA and a bunch of stuff happened and I was out on Normandy in Hollywood. There was a lot of hookers out there. And this one hooker came up and gave me a quarter and said, call somebody who cares because you don't need to be out here. That wasn't my space. You feel me? To be just there. Not participating in that, but to even be there. And so, you know what? We have to take the time out and say, hey, you know what? You can be someplace else too. And that's why I said, I'm not dumbing myself down. I would love for them to meet me on my level.
Right. But everybody can't meet you on your level. Right. One of my favorite
that's why
quotes
I said, lift them up.
From Krishnamurti is, the truth of reality will never bend its knee to meet you where you are. You have to climb the mountain of the reality of truth in order to understand it. And sometimes people will make a truth out of an illusion because that illusion feels good. Sometimes there are people who progress forward in life with unresolved wounds that are self-inflicted because they were in a position of coping and surviving, and then say, well, I don't have to reconcile that because I got through it, because I sold a piece of myself, got something for it, and that got me through the moment, but still lose sleep at night.
You have to be responsible for your impact.
Okay, say more.
You have to be responsible for your impact, what you put in to the society as well as what you put in and out of yourself. We all are works in progress.
Yes. But I want to go deeper into it. When I say going deeper into it, I literally mean observing it objectively. Mm-hmm. You can't observe objectively if you think me posing the question is me criticizing the situation. This is me saying, look at the image, because it's quick for these contradictory, self-righteous motherfuckers to come out and say hip hop is fucking up the kids based off of the imagery and based off of the content that's being promoted. I'ma say, put the same lens on a bitch with her pussy out, talking about I get to do this sexual freedom style. I'm saying, wait a minute. Who are you? What do you represent?
They don't know.
But that's my point. If we telling a girl, it's okay to sell your integrity. It's okay to hoivate.
I know myself.
And then we turn around and go, oh, well, this is judgment and this is criticizing. This is not criticism. This is me saying, if we can call it on hip hop, how come we can't call it on y'all? Mm-hmm. Stop circling the wagon around mediocre women, ladies. Speak on that.
I'm not a mediocre bitch, and I don't deal with mediocre bitches and bitches that show their pussy and do all that shit. Mm-hmm. So for me, those bitches don't exist.
Yeah, okay? They do.
Not to me. They might exist to you, but I don't have conversations. I don't look for them on social media because to me, they don't have anything to offer me.
Veronica Conway, get in on this shit. This shit's hot monkey grease right now.
You know, when my daughter applied to college, right, and, you know, we got her a $250,000 ride. one of the things that was really up and in the media at the time was this whole thing about sugar babies.
Mm-hmm.
Right, sugar babies there was 250,000 young women, college students, that because the economy crashed, they were selling their bodies to men. And there was 250,000 of them, and they could identify them to qualify to be a sugar baby. The website that was trafficking in this, you had to have a .edu URL, right? So these are verified students, 250,000 of them, when the economy crashed, that went into basically prostitution.
Wow.
So you can't tell me that that's not fucking crazy.
Wow.
That this society doesn't have a responsibility to not take women that want to go into their education and create an economy, because it was not a recession, it was a robbery, and turn them into prostitutes so that men could have all these options. So now all of a sudden you've got all these usually older European fat white men that have, 20 women to one trying to get with him because they're desperate. And so all I'm saying is if the shit is born of desperation, then it's evil. And it should not. If it's desperate, it's evil, and it should not be co-signed. Because if you infect young women, with this bullshit at standard, then you will grow up with an even more polluted earth.
Let me do this real quick. Sinister Mephisto on Twitter.
Deep.
Man, he says people tend to find the most shallow interpretation of your questions because it's easier to ignore. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
What? That sounds like a stab in the dark. Sinister Mephisto, shout out to you, but let me just tell you something.
How you know I'm done? You just won't let me set it up.
Because that shit was so ugly.
You won't let me set it up.
That was just so ugly that
he talks shit. That's what he does. I love your tweets. Keep tweeting.
Shit. Yeah, he's always talking shit, but that's my thing. It's just like, everybody ain't broken, my nigga.
Thank you.
Gangsta bitch right there. Listen, I'm at Jackie Mac on Twitter, or I am Jackie Mac on Twitter. Bad bitches don't own shit but designer clothes, bags, shoes, and a little jewelry, but still looking for that come up ninja at Zoe Williams.
We need to turn around our interpretation of a bad bitch. Right. That's part of the problem.
But this is what I'm saying about the narrative through the media. And I wish motherfuckers would really listen to me. Let me go back and read the topic again. The top of the topic again, so you can actually understand what I'm saying. I'm going to read this shit again so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. Listen very carefully. Topic: Hoe-ti-vation. Not motivation, hoe-ti-vation. Hoe-ti-vation are today's young women being conditioned to follow mediocre/outdated models of femininity. What does or should the new millennium's Renaissance woman look like? Definition of hoe-ti-vation: to do whatever it takes to acquire a certain level of comfort/personal security via the bartering of one's personal integrity. Listen to me now. To compromise oneself as a means of assuring one is taken care of.
Let me tell you what that means to me. It means knowing yourself first and foremost. And second of all, it means not predicating your life on your pussy.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Pussy will always create an economy. But if you want to create
liquor.
But here's the thing, if you want to create and maintain a lasting relationship, you got to bring something to the table more valuable than just your pussy.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So then I'm watching the trend in the media. Okay, y'all slut shaming me, so I'm gonna do a slut shaming naked nude walk. And I'm not talking about the sexual part of it. I'm saying in the media, they put average, mediocre motherfuckers in front of us. We get conditioned by that. Perfect example. When Nicki Minaj first came out, what was her first picture? The first picture, promotional picture she came out with,
the Little Kim
was a reproduction of Little Kim's pussy shot.
Yeah.
And then the little kids see that, the girls see that. Listen, I got an 18-year-old son. When that motherfucker first went to school, high school, 14 years old, 13 years old as a freshman, he got bitches giving him pussy. And Dad, the girls here are faster than the guys. Yeah. How often are the girls now not faster than the dudes? So what narrative are the girls reading from? Heka, speak on that.
I mean, I think that it has always been that women have been faster than men. I mean, women mature a lot faster than men. I think that has always been. But I think that the idea of someone being invaluable or less valuable comes from our own inner imbalances and rejections.
Ooh.
And the fact that we speak about a woman and her path says to me that these issues are hidden within our own psyche and in some way is seeking to express themselves. And instead of us owning up to our own extremisms, we seek to blame others for them. Now, when we come to the realization that all the things that we hate so much are directly connected to our own inner cores, we will then begin to not only heal ourselves, but also heal the world one person at a time, because at the end of the day, the very horrors we're speaking about are the same horrors that men stick their dicks into on a daily basis with the spirit of excellence.
I love it.
Right. And you know what? That's the reason why these bitches are also put on a fucking pedestal, because these dudes actually go make babies with them, and then they want to complain about them as a woman and as a baby mama and their fucking responsibility to the family.
Let me tell you
It's just
something.
like,
Let me tell you something. I don't like redundancy. Cut her mic off.
oh my God.
Let me just see how I get down up in this bitch. How about that? Are the new millennial women, the Renaissance women of the future, are they ready to do away with Hoe-ti-vation? Just listen to the question, goddammit. Are they ready to do away with Hoe-ti-vation by becoming fully realized providers for themselves? Ooh, motherfuckers. 844-55-1. Let me say it again. Are the new millennial women of the future ready to do away with Hoe-ti-vation by becoming fully realized providers of themselves? Because isn't it the desire to be provided for that would cause you to compromise yourself in the first place? 844-55-1, motherfuckers. Miss Lips from Atlanta, holla at me.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
Yeah, this shit's on fire tonight, huh?
For real. I'm like, woo. Well, speaking from a retired hoe, I myself, and I'm a realist. Yes, I would definitely say that the trend is to adapt to hoeology. First of all, we wouldn't be hoes if there wasn't any tricks.
Ooh, speak on it.
Thank you.
And
about time.
The men now, they let you know that they want to trick off on you from jump. They used to, back in the day, butter you up.
It ain't tricking if you got it, right? It ain't tricking if you got it, right?
Hey, it ain't tricking if you got it, but you gotta come a better way. You know, you don't ask me off jump. You want to go get a hotel at the W or at the Hyatt. You know what I'm saying? How about you take me to dinner first so I can see if I like you first? You know what I'm saying? But yes. Yeah, we can go to the W, you know, and you can spend some money on me, and you can introduce me to your rich friends. That's a hoe, and that's the type of lifestyle it is now, because everybody fuck everybody, you know. I'm pretty sure when Kim K got on the roster, everybody went through her.
Wow, the roster.
She was on the Rolodex. And her mother. Her mother was a hoe too. Her mother fucked, I think the OJ and a couple of other football players at that. You know, it's even a rumor that the ugly Kardashian is OJ's daughter. You know, she don't even know who her daddy is.
The ugly Kardashian, damn.
Chloe.
She do got that strong ass football jaw.
Stupid as hell.
She got that Shrek face, you know. But even she had to become a hoe. Because she was married to the crackhead for a minute, you know.
Wow.
And after she drained him out like a true witch, because they are witches. And let me tell you about the demonic world of hoism. You got hoes that they are good, and you got evil hoes out here, and them some evil hoes. Because once Kanye run out of his paper, he's going to be going to.
Wow. Good. Hey, that was a great call. We appreciate you, Miss Lips.
Shout out,
for
Lips.
reaching out
Thank you, Lips.
and hanging on the line. The phone lines have been crazy all show long. Listen, we don't have all the answers, but goddamn it, we definitely gonna spark the conversation. We just want to start the dialogue so you can think about this shit in your own time. Read some books. Fucking go inside. Look at who you really are. Your motivations for why you do shit. 844-55-1. I got quick questions to ask. Veronica Conway.
Yes.
I see a hoe-ti-vated girl or hoe-ti-vated woman as a diet woman. You remember the show we did, Diet Women versus Real Women? Let me ask this question. What are the differences between the essential woman and the non-essential woman? Ugh.
Well, I mean, you know, diet really speaks to a lack of femininity, right? A lack of energy, a lack of feeling, a lack of intellect. And essential women really are, I mean, they're basically leading from their vaginas, leading from their pussies, but it's not out of a state of compromise. Right? That's really the difference. It's so, you know, what's the difference between a courtesan and a whore? Right? They both lead with the same thing, but one gets really paid and one really comes up and one really has power and partnership, and the other is sort of cast aside eventually because that shit wears out. So I just think that essential, it has to do with your spirit. It has to do with how well you understand the real deeper spiritual power of your pussy. I just think that when you talk about hoes, there's such a lack of when you see all these women out here in the media, there is such a lack of anything internal going on. There's such a lack of any depth going on.
But this is why hold on. This is why I'm asking the whole panel. Everybody's going to get a chance to answer this question. Do you think the media is incubating the growth, and I'm saying incubating through its programming, the growth of essential women or non-essential women, starting with Heka?
Okay, see, this is the thing. This is what I think we have to remember. We have to remember that we're operating from a third dimension, and in this dimension, it's always subject to spiritual laws and principles. And one of those principles is the principle of polarity that suggests that a balance of positive and negative in an effort for things to be balanced is required. So there is a purpose, in my opinion, for Nicki Minaj. There's a purpose for Kim Kardashian. There's a purpose for Michelle Obama. And just because the purpose for all of these women don't align with whatever your purpose is, does not mean that their purpose is not absolutely necessary.
Let me just say this. Let me say this again. Everything she just said is true. But everything she just said is not on topic. I need you to come back on topic. Everything Heka just broke off is the absolute truth, and I agree with it 100%. But the question was, is the media programming, is the programming that's put out on television, radio, books, right? Is that programming incubating an environment for essential women to grow in or non-essential women? That was the question.
Non-essential women, however, if you are an essential woman. You do not allow your child to gravitate towards that bullshit. And for me, as far as all of those women go, I sympathize with them because they know not of what they are doing.
Oof.
And they know not of what they are being set and put forth as,
This
and what they're being
speaking the king's language now.
and
Jesus.
what they're being looked upon
King James.
as. You know, my end and my beginnings, though, I'm going to say this, and this is it. I started doing what I do in terms of like even getting out on commercials. I've done 150 national commercials, and I did it because there were no women on TV that looked like me, and I wanted to do it for little girls just like me. You always have to be a reflection from what you came from. But when you don't know where you come from, you don't know what the fuck you are.
Ashonti.
Just to simply answer it, it is incubating growth for non-essential women. Non-essential women are funner. They are more entertaining.
Yes.
They and everybody likes entertainment, right? And these days reality shows are it. Those are all non-essential women.
Now, watch y'all all agree with this. Watch all of you motherfuckers chime in goddamn harmony. Non-essential women seek beta males because beta males are easier to control, right? Yeah. These weak ass motherfuckers, because again, sisters or women aren't following intuitional tools or cues. They're following societal cues. Listen, society for in terms of women choosing men is called the great equalizer, right? Let me do this. You gotta be turn these mics. This is what I mean by the great equalizer. Me and Veronica talked about this earlier. Back in the day, men, we fought, and that determined the pecking order. After we fought, we were cool. I beat your ass. You know you can't beat my ass, so we cool, right? No problems. You know what the hierarchy is established, right? Then came the gun. The gun made the pussy ass nigga who ain't nice with the hands. You know, it equalized the situation. I don't have to fight you now. I'll just shoot you. Do you understand? That's the whole impetus of the gang shit. I can't kick your ass. I'll shoot you. Right? Society works the same way with the beta male. The beta male standing next to the alpha male can't compete. Most alpha men are not going to go get a 9-to-5 job. They're going to do their own shit. Right? I always use this metaphor of baseball. I say women in corporate America know how to get on base, know how to keep the game moving. Women are stealing bases, getting on base. Nigga, we playing the game. When men step up to the plate, I'm talking about alpha males. When they step up to the plate, they trying to knock the fucking ball out the park so they ain't got to run no goddamn bases. That's why when you see the goddamn cleanup hitter, he fat. He big and fat. Barry Bonds was fat than a motherfucker, but every time he came up there, goddamn it, the ball was out of the goddamn park. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mark Aguirre, fat than a motherfucker. Every time the ball came up, out the goddamn park. Sammy Sosa, fat, ball out the park.
Sammy Sosa.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm using this as a metaphor, right? A metaphor of how the game is being played. Do you understand?
I do, but...
The beta male plays the game like the female. It's the great equalizer. So what happens is sisters start judging women start judging what a quality man is based off of a template that's designed for the beta male to win. Am I bullshitting?
Can I say one thing?
You got to be patient when I'm talking, honey.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just like that. You said two different things. Like, it's not necessarily always opposites attract.
Oh, listen to this. Oh, go ahead.
Beta males are the weaker male,
right,
and they are attracting the weak chick.
I don't know much about beta men.
Listen. Let's just keep it in context. That's a good point. Let's keep it in context. When it comes to alpha male and and females, that whole lot of motherfuckers are in the minority. Please understand that. If we judging it on a bell curve, you got alpha males on one end of the bell, and then you got alpha females on the other end of the bell, and in the center of the bell, where it takes up the mass of the bell, you've got everybody else, the mediocre masses. How do we transition? These motherfuckers, the mediocre masses, will sell themselves. This is where Hoe-ti-vation lives. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Does this make sense? Oh, somebody gave me a quote here. It says, "Bad guys are no good. Good guys are no fun. Bad guys are no good. Good guys are no fun." A song by Mary J. Blige. Somebody brought that to my attention. Again, we got crazy questions. We got crazy callers. Veronica had a point real quick. Make your point, Veronica.
Yes. Okay, real quick. And this brings together the whole piece I was saying earlier about sisterhood and also about the media. See, one of the things you got to understand about how women operate vibrationally, just like when women get together and they live together in communities, their menstruation, their periods sync up.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
The same is true for women in terms of their sanity and their insanity.
Wow.
If you put a sane woman in a whole group of insane women, she'll catch their insanity. If you put an insane woman in a group of sane women, they'll raise up her vibration so that she'll become sane. So the way that you play the woman out of pocket on this planet is you violate, because you were talking about how women resent men, but women aren't even in sisterhood with each other because they're competing for the attention of some man.
Ooh.
You want to make this planet crazy, you just turn a bunch of women crazy through the television. They spread the insanity virally to one another, and then the sanity becomes the fucking norm. That's what we're experiencing here.
Wow. Listen, I got questions. and I got callers. The question is for the girls on the line and my girls in here with us. What is the impact of a woman's loss of her intuitive process? What is that impact? When a woman loses touch, she can't lose it totally, but when she loses touch, when it atrophies, what is the impact? We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Hoe-ti-vation. We'll be back in 2.2. Ladies,
gentlemen,
the voice of reason has returned to Dash Radio. This is Hot Button Radio. Listen, this is how you get here.
And it's hot in here.
Download the Dash Radio app. It's free. Then go to the talk radio segment, right? And find Hot Button Radio. I'm here 3 days a week with an incredible panel of women, all who stand in their truth in such a way is so fucking dope. Today we're talking about I want to hear the women say it. Ashonti, what are we talking about? What's the topic?
Why you do that to me?
Why you do that?
Because I want to see if you're professional.
The topic of the day is Hoe-ti-vation.
Hoe-ti-vation.
What motivates you
to sell yourself
to the top, or to sell yourself
to get to the top?
To get to the top.
Wow.
Hoe-ti-vation.
Yikes. Ugh.
Call in to speak on it, 844-55-1.
I love it. I love it. We got callers on the line right now. We got Heka activated on the line. We got Veronica Conway on the line. Two of the coldest, most beautiful women I know. Ashonti Ford in here in this hot pink. It's like a little professional. Like
it's salmon.
Like I'm the executive assistant for the CEO of Sony, and this motherfucker just sees that ass and asks her to just, I need some more coffee. Just making up excuses for her to come in. Yes, I need a box of staplers. Shit, just keep walking in and out of this motherfucker. And then you have Neecole Cockerham, our resident conservative pope in the building. Hoe-ti-vation. How do you sell yourself in pursuit of happiness? God damn. Dark Knight from Dallas, line 3. Holla at me.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's happening?
Hey, I want to chime in real quick and say, I think that women are powerful, and I don't think that at least many of them out there really understand the nature of their power. And I think some of the your female co-hosts are maybe following that boat because they seem to get frustrated with the critique of their behavior, or not their behavior, just women's behavior in general. And so by being frustrated with the critique of the behavior, I don't think that they understand
we listening. Did we lose him?
Good, because he can't differentiate between passion and frustration.
Listen, you shut your freaking mouth and you let our guests speak their fucking mind.
That was a reason. That was a reasonable voice right there.
Dark Knight, you get a chance to call back in. You call back in and you finish what you were saying, regardless of what they have to say. Adam from North Carolina, you're on the line. Adam.
Hello. He went to go find Eve.
They about to bounce like bad check. And he's gone. Do we have Joseph from Michigan on the line?
What up, Zoe?
What's happening, man?
Not too much. I had one of your callers called in earlier, and I forgot the exact words you was using. What was the words you was using to define poverty-stricken inner-city women? What was those words you was using?
Well, shit, I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Probably many words.
I mean, you called him some type of a lousy bitch, but you said it.
I said that? Man. Damn, I don't know if I called him a lousy bitch.
Sounds like you.
You called him a lousy, no good bitch, but you just said it in an eloquent way. I didn't say that.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
well,
that's what you said. Yeah.
You had y'all remember, I'm a Zoe fan. Y'all had a confused bitch on the phone saying that
God damn.
Lousy bitch behavior should be dismissible or admissible. Now, what I'm calling in to say is, if you're a woman that makes poor vaginal decisions, you shouldn't be allowed to benefit from that shit, nor should you be allowed to go to court and take the daddy to court or none of that old hoe shit. If you a stupid bitch who ain't capable of controlling your vagina in a civilized manner, you shouldn't be allowed to profit from that situation in any way.
Wow.
And any woman that condones loose, lousy bitch behavior should be stomped out in the streets.
Oh shit! This is a Corey Holcomb fan right here for sure. This is a Corey. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this, Joseph. Let me do this, Joseph. Hold on.
Let me speak to Mary.
Hold on. Let me do this, Joseph. We got some really intelligent women on the phone right now. And in the building.
Right.
Heka.
You should have had Corey on the show tonight. I would have loved this shit.
Hold on, homeboy. You still love it. That's why you called in. Now, Heka.
Hell yeah.
Heka, can you speak to this?
So, I'm very much on topic, first and foremost. And I'm not getting personal. I'm making a point. And I don't feel as if you and some of the other guys are and your thoughts about the topic. I'm not going to agree for the purposes of agreeing. I have my own voice and my own thoughts on the topic. I spoke about the in my previous comment.
What is that?
Because there should be an understanding that an essential woman and a non-essential woman can both get something from the media. Whether that's something that's more training for the purposes of becoming a bigger whore, or the training for the ways that you seek not to be a whore. There's still training. We are attracted to what and who we are. If you're not into whoredom, then you won't be attracted to the whoredom in the media. That's all I'm saying. Everyone is important, regardless of whether we want to make some less than because of the actions and the thoughts and the ways that they've chosen to live their lives or not. Everyone is important, period.
Heka, you know what? I always respect your thought process, because I feel like that's a voice of, a way for those girls that are missing that voice on that platform to sort of be able to rein it in. Because to me, it just says like, I get all the women, but this is what it really is. And I just, I'm with it.
But again, like I was explaining during the break, the question has to be addressed, right? And yeah, we can give context to anything. We can give, this is why this situation is what it is. But when we bring up a particular question, we want to drill down on that, because most of these questions are questions most people ain't never heard. Most people have never conceptualized some of the questions that we're presenting. So when we bring this talented team of people in, we want them to talk about the question and expound on the question, because this is how we explore and get new answers get new answers for a stuck situation. This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. What happened to my Jordan?
Ashanti, oh shit, I don't know.
I 100% agree with what you're saying. I think the question is so convoluted that it's easy to get lost in it. But in terms of what Heka is talking about, before we could really ask and answer a question, Heka is bringing to the table the clarity and the decision to be or not to be. So I think there is some importance in that.
No, I don't think it's a question of non-importance. Again, everything she said was true. Mm-hmm. Everything she said was true. Everything she said was valid. What I'm saying is the question presented has to be dealt with. There are no accidents in the universe. If I present something to you, that is an opportunity for us to explore it and open it up there.
Can we just move forward? Because I want to say the media, right? Not only do they perpetuate this, it's all to get people in jail, as far as I'm concerned.
Say
Conspiracy theory. You know, particularly, you know, like VH1. I think that they single-handedly want to ruin the minds of black people. These shows,
give me an example of that.
These shows like Bye Felicia and this perpetuation of ignorance on a bigger level. That's why you have like Kim Kardashian getting married 3 times under the age of 35. That's reckless.
So let's go back. Let's go back. Because Heka said something that was hella.
Or Heka.
Heka said something that was hella important, right? And that is to be in harmony with someone, right? Is not to agree with them. Right? Some people misinterpret. I'm not asking no one ever to just agree with me for the sake of agreeing.
I don't agree with you most of the time.
We know. That's why you're the Pope, the resident Pope here, and I love that. I'm not asking anybody to agree. I'm saying I'm going to pose a series of questions that is designed, right, that are designed to bend and stretch your POV. That's what it's for. A belief held in your mind that has never been challenged, hasn't proven, or let me say it this way, hasn't paid rent, so it shouldn't be able to stay in your mind. That belief has to get put to the test in order to stay in your mind. So how do we challenge our beliefs? We question them, right? We engage in these type of conversations and we question them. We don't justify shit. To justify shit is to say, I shouldn't have to question this. This is how I get by. Fuck that. No, I'm saying, yes, this may be the way you get by, but is there another way?
Well, absolutely. I like to be able to explain things to those who may have flunked kindergarten.
Where's
first
Veronica?
Grade.
Is Veronica still here?
Oftentimes I refer to them as potato heads. And so with that in mind,
you are a nut.
Each one, teach one.
Veronica, you speak on it.
Yeah. I just think that because the core of this conversation is about compromise, right? It's really about what price do women pay when they sell their souls for security? I mean, isn't that really...
That's the core. That's the core. What leads women to that place? Do they have to take their intuition and stuff that shit somewhere so it don't fuck with them?
Only if they choose to. Like earlier, Veronica did say, like these women chose to be whores. Like these men made these women be whores. No one can ever make me be a whore. You know what I'm saying? Some people have principles. Like I know a dude from Brooklyn. It's like, I need my change, I'll die for $1. It's like you got to set some standards and limits on some shit, but some people ain't doing that stuff.
To me, that is a male whore. Say that again. Get rich or die trying.
Yeah.
That's a prostitute to me.
But you know what? You are going to suffer if you do not placate the terms that this mega wheel that perpetuates media spins. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not playing their game. You're playing your game. But the thing about it is if you play your game really well, right? Real people will gravitate towards that, and you still a bad bitch.
Heka, speak on it.
You know, this is not a justification, or my views are not a justification. My views are based on the concept that not everyone has chosen the same path. Yes, there are whores out there, and they've made their decisions based on the path that they've chosen. We can sit here all day long and we can talk about it till we're blue in the face or until Jesus returns. But that does not mean that there's never going to be any more whores. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
Because everybody chooses a path based on the experiences that they need to have while they're in this realm, period.
That's good shit. That's good shit. Who do we have on the line? Our phone lines are crazy right now. Veronica, speak on it.
I have one final thought. I'm going to say this. The real value of any woman or any man is really measured by what you're willing to walk away from.
Wow.
What you're willing to walk away from so that you can actually answer to the law of your being.
I like
the
that.
law of your soul.
And this is the opposite of what Heka is speaking on. Listen, I was brought here to be a hoe spiritually, right? Let's just go deeper into that concept. Maybe because there are no absolutes in the universe, right? There are no absolutes. Everything is a half-truth, right? Everything is a half-truth. Maybe I was brought here to be face-to-face with the choice to see if I would bend my knee in desperation. Right? Do you understand? It's just like that scene in The Lord of the Rings with Galadriel, that female elf.
Yeah.
She just wanted to be challenged by the ring to see if she would falter, because she knew the ring would call to her, and if she wore it, she would be possessed by the ring. She just wanted the opportunity to face the ring and then reject it. She wanted to see if she had the power to reject it. Will the ring take me, or will I reject the ring? And when she finally rejected the ring, she was like, okay, I live my fucking purpose. I can go on and die with the rest of the elves. What I'm saying is there is a moment when self-prostitution will present itself to you. And just because the moment presents itself, it doesn't mean you was destined to be no goddamn hoe. Fate and destiny. Listen, destiny and this I got you. Destiny and uncertainty are married.
Yeah.
So one, do you understand? One doesn't dominate the other. Fate and destiny or fate and uncertainty are married, and one doesn't dominate the other, and they're not dominating you. You can choose uncertainty. You don't have to choose fate.
But I will say this, though.
Okay, we got to go, though.
I bet Job didn't feel like that in his story.
No, we got to go. We can't get him. We got to get out of here. There's another show coming, goddammit. Where can they find you, Cockerham?
Neecole C. on Twitter. That's good enough today.
I love it. Ashonti?
Facebook, Ashonti Ford, and that's ASHONTI. Twitter and Instagram, Ashonti Ford Live, and YouTube, Girl on Fire Production.
Heka Activated.
Find me at Heka Activated, that's spelled Heka, activated.com on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at Heka Activated.
Wow. Great show. Everybody was dope. Listen, go to my Indiegogo page right now. I only got 2 days left, 48 hours. Please go to my Indiegogo page and support my movement. Zoe What Morning Show Relationship Dismount Book Tour. I didn't reach my goal, but goddamn it, I need your help for the next 48 hours. Get at me. Deuces.